Hi everyone and welcome back to the next video on WSO2 Integrator series, WSO2 Microintegrator version 4. In this video, we'll see about the install and setup of WSO2 MI. So let's start. Here is the quick agenda about today's session. First, we'll see the installation options for WSO2 MI. Next, we'll see the prerequisites with minimal system requirements, and finally the deployment options for integrations developed using WSO2 MI. So first of all, the developer needs to set up a local development environment via VS Code with MI extension, and using Microintegrator runtime, the developer deploys the integration and perform the unit testing. What will be the next step? So when the integration is ready, it must be deployed to an actual server with relevant capacity to handle the traffic. So we have two options for the same. First, the traditional ESB style, and second, the microservices style. For ESB style, we can deploy on virtual machines where we install WSO2 MI instance via its binary pack and deploy the car files inside the same. For microservices style, the deployment is done on a containerized infrastructure. So VS Code helps in exporting the relevant artifacts for the environment, and we use the same for deployment purpose. Now let's see some of the prerequisites required for the deployment purpose. For centralized ESB style, we would require minimum 2-core CPU with 2 GB RAM and 512 MB of a heap size. For containerized, or we would say the microservices style, we would require per pod basically basis we would require minimum 0.5 cores or 500 millicores, 1 GB RAM and 512 MB of a heap size. If we talk about the operating system support, so WSO2 MI can be deployed on Windows, Linux as well as Mac OS. ARM capability is yes for Apple Silicon chip based or the similar chip based systems. For database support, it supports wide range of RDBMS. As you can see, we have a support from MySQL, MS SQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, MariaDB and DB2. JDK, it supports 11, 17 and 21 version. For more details, you can check on the official website link for the same. Now let's see what are different deployment options. So if we are planning to deploy our integration on VM based infrastructure, so we would require to set up a MI cluster. A MI cluster is composed of more than 2 VMs, minimal of a 2 VM, or we can span up to of n VMs based upon our requirement to handle the traffic and capacity. So in this case, we set up multiple instances of MI server, join them into a cluster and forwarded front end by typically a load balancer. The second option is via containers. So for a containerized infrastructure, WSO2 MI artifacts can be exported via VS Code, and we can use the same to deploy our MI integration on either Kubernetes, Docker, OpenShift and Devant. This is as per the latest documentation as per the supported by WSO2 Microintegrator. So this tutorial was designed to help you to understand the analogy how developer works, how developer tests the same, and what are different options for the deployment purpose. So that's all for this video, and stay tuned for my next video where I'll do a hands-on lab for setting up the VS Code with MI extension. Thank you very much.